Okay, locked and loaded. It's going to be 40 degrees around here next week, and there's only one thing to do about that, and that's go down to the beach. So that's what we're doing. We're loaded up the little Harley and all set to go first thing in the morning. We're going to take a look at the limestone coast down in South Australia. Port MacDonnell has a very, very rich maritime history. It's the southernmost point of South Australia, and it's also the main route between Adelaide and Melbourne. Back in the days of sail, there was an active lighthouse there, and many ships fell foul of the rocky coastline and sunk. There was one particular lighthouse keeper, a fellow by the name of Benjamin, who's to this day is regarded as a hero and a man of exceptional courage. In 1859, the ship Ardmella wrecked on the rocks just off the lighthouse. He rowed out to try and get people off the wreck. He was able to lift some, but in spite of that, 89 died, and it's one of the worst maritime wrecks in Australia's history. In 1861, the John Ormond, wrecked just off the rocks here. And again, Benjamin was called to row out and try and rescue people. During the rescue attempt, his hand became fouled in some rigging and he lost 3 fingers. In spite of the fact that he severed 3 fingers, he continued with the rescue attempt, managed to lift the survivors off the wreck and bring them safely to shore. He's remembered as a man of great courage. Interestingly, he died of what they called melancholia about 10 years later. It's said that the events that he experienced and the wreckages that he experienced haunted him till his death. If you're interested in maritime history, then Port MacDonnell's got a lot to offer. As I say, heaps of wreck sites and plenty to see and do at the local museum at the library. Great little museum, well worth a visit. But there's a lot more to Port MacDonnell and the area than just its maritime history. Just 30 k's away is Nelson, which is a real gem. Nelson's a great little town, only about 400 or 500 people, just over the border back in Victoria. It's set on the banks of the Glenelg River, which flows down to an inlet, and then beyond that is the sea, the ocean beach. Great little spot for fishing, all sorts of water activities, a real little hideaway that's well worth looking at. The fishing industry in Port MacDonnell is alive and well. Lobsters are well on the menu. Well worth a try. There's plenty of places to eat. It's a great little town. Mount Gambier is only 30 k's away as well. It's the main town for the area, population of about 30,000. It's the second largest city in South Australia, outside of Adelaide. But it's a quick trip up the road. When you get there, the first thing you see is the Blue Lake. It's a massive sinkhole, or cenote as they say, 60 metres deep. It's also the town's water reservoir. So this limestone coast is full of cenotes. Here's another one in the middle of town that's been turned into a garden. It's right in the middle of the botanic gardens for the area, and you can't miss it. Well worth a visit, because what they've achieved is incredible. The whole area is renowned as the world's cave diving capital, and they're all diving in sinkholes full of water. Little Blue Lake is located between Mount Gambier and Port MacDonnell. It's a great little place to stop for a swim. It's also a favourite spot for divers. If you're lucky, you'll find cave divers training at Little Blue Lake. Just up the road there's a sheltered bay called Carpenter's Rocks. It's a really nice little spot. Only the one shop there, you'll get a pie, not much else, but it's a great place to stop and watch the fishing boats come and go. The fishermen access their boats by a little tinny which they launch from the beach. When they're unloading, you can often get hold of fish or produce directly from the source. All up, we spent 2 weeks down there at Port MacDonnell. We thought we'd be travelling around, going all the way up to Rove and whatever, but there was so much to see and do in this little area that it kept us busy every single day. It's a great place, a bit windy, but other than that, it's a terrific place to visit. So that's it, the limestone coast, or a very small part of it. We'll certainly be back. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe.